Good morning, everybody. I'm Amy, and I'm here to do your devotional for September 7th. So I want to read you Psalm 121. It means a lot to me. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. Indeed, he who watches over Israel will neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. The Lord will watch over your coming and going, both now and forevermore. So this means a lot to me, and I want to tell you a little story about myself. I was raised in the foothills of the mountains in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I bet you don't know too many people from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Actually, before I was born, my parents were very involved in the burgeoning, just beginning skiing industry in New Mexico. In fact, they lived at the top of the mountain in Albuquerque and managed the ski area there. But once they started having a family, they moved down to the foothills of the mountains, and we were raised running around the mountains. Every winter we skied. Every summer, spring, and fall we hiked. My sister met her husband hiking up there. My brothers learned to hang glide and used to jump off the mountain, much to the terror of the rest of the family in their hang gliders. And then some years later, we all returned to Albuquerque to spread the ashes of our parents in those mountains. So the mountains have great significance to me and my family. And so when I read this psalm, and that very first line says, I lift up my eyes to the mountains, where does my help come from? That brings to me so many wonderful, beautiful memories. Well, what is that? Where does my help come from? What that means to me is those mountains are 10,000 feet tall, and they're the Rocky Mountains, all right? They're not the Smoky Mountains, which are all soft and furry. They're the Rocky Mountains, and they represent to me God's strength and the fact that He will watch over my coming and my going, both now and forevermore, because His strength will always be there. He will not slumber. He will not sleep. He will protect me from the sun and the moon. And so it really means a lot to me when I take the time and I stop and I'm still and I think about God's love for me, and I realize that in the beauty of His creation. I can think about the mountains of my past, but I can also relate that when I'm at the beach in Florida or just on my front porch. So I want that to be an encouragement to you today, that the Lord will never slumber nor sleep. He will always watch over you, both your coming and your going. And that is where our help comes from. Have a wonderful day, everybody.